Okay, here we go. Kane versus Elydrie. Elydrie versus Kane. How you want to look at it? Okay, so one of the things we're working with Elydrie is not backing up when she doesn't have to. We want her to stay in the fight longer. Nice kill. A couple warm-up fights here. All right, Quillian's got you on that one. So one of the things I've noticed a lot with Elydrie is she kind of has this, I call it like the Elydrie jerk back or something like that. She moves back when she doesn't need to, and sometimes fails to move when she does need to. So she has a tendency to do like a single strike and then return, and a single strike and then return. You'll see it, I think, in the next couple of fights. You'll see it frequently. Okay, so Kane is doing the same thing to you that he often does to everybody, is he tries to drag your sword down so that he can strike over the top of your sword. So pushing it down, pushing it down. Oh, we're going to pause it. Okay, go back. And play. Push down, push down. So now he's cleared the whole top half of your body so he can strike right at you. That was a nice way to get your point back online. Now we're sending Velkhana to keep you in place. So mean. The absolute panic that this induces. Oh, these fights go fast. Some of these is right here at the beginning. Good strike. Okay, hang on. Go back. Okay. Let's see if we can catch that again really quick. He's got you so far down. Pause. Okay, right there. All right. So Kane has successfully managed to be completely on top of your sword. I've already mentioned this, but like he's pushing you down like this. And now your entire upper body is available for him to strike. And he doesn't even really have to try. There's no way you can get up fast enough to be able to block whatever he wants to do here. There you go. Pull back your sword. See, he's still on top. Yep. Okay. Let's half speed that. Let's go bam right there. Try again. Nice and slow. He's got sword on top, sword on top, sword on top. Okay. And even with the disengage, he's still basically on top. Level. He's going to come around. But it was because your sword was so far down. There's just not anything you can do. When your sword is parallel to the ground like that, you can't come up fast enough to save your life. So you do come up a little bit to try and block him off that direction. But all he's going to do is just this really simple disengage. And because your upper body is already all the way open, bam, right in. You'll see. Boop. And he used his legs for his extension. He's using his short sword there, but he didn't need the long sword. He just stepped in. And your sword was too far down to the ground to do anything about it. Okay, bring back up the speed again. Nice offhand, nice offhand. Let's try that again. There's so many things to look at in this. Kind of the same idea, using multiple strikes, but then coming in at the top of your sword. Down, drag her down, drag her down. Yep, down, down, down. Open the upper body. Kane's a master of creating those spaces. And the remedy is pull your sword up. So let's look at it again. Down, 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 and bam. Go back. Down, down. Go nice and slow. Even slower, 25%. Let's go. And there. He just creates that open space by dragging you down. And he's still, that upper body space for him See right here? Flat almost to the ground again. And Kane owns in all of this. So unless your offhand is perfect, you're going to die. Tippity down. And again, still down. Not going to happen. Your only shot is his knees or his feet. Down, down, down. Bam. Clean shot. Cool. Right. So Kane knows that you're out of his range. Like, you're not going to step forward enough to reach him, so he's not worried. Again. Look at that. Okay. Slow that way down again. Again, he's on top of your sword. Tap it down, get it even, get it even, get it even. Keep it down. Right there. Your sword there, and his sword is on top. And he's just going to push it and put you where he wants to be until he can push that tip up and in. So this is a good example of like gaining dominance in a fight, which doesn't necessarily include like the center line. So often when we talk about like the center line in fencing or dominance in fencing, we're only thinking left to right. But you can kill someone in their face just as good as you can kill them in their stomach. So dominance also is up and down. It's not just side to side. So Kane, not only has he taken dominance side to side, but he's also taken it up and down. I'm trying to think how I would get out of that. About the only thing you could do would be to use like a modified backhand sort of block and just almost take your sword here and push it this direction. It'd be hard because you're backhand, but then if you swing your body out this direction around it, then maybe you could get out. Maybe, if you're fast enough. All right, let's see what happens. So it pushes you down. Nice offhand, nice use of offhand, but he's not going to let you have it. And draw cut right across the throat. Down. Not going to let you have it, not going to let you have it. Gain the dominance. Push it down. He'll follow you right through. That is a good use of your offhand, though. Good use. And he knows that. So he knows that your offhand is following him. So he's not going to let you take it. So instead of letting you get into that tangle, he's going to lay his sword flat this direction. And as you turn, then he'll lay it on your throat to do the slit. But he's not going to let you just have it. And woof. Oof, what a horrible way to die. Nice kill, though. Come back up with full speed. There we go. Get a move on. All right, go back. Nope. Okay. So I like this starting posture better. Whoop. Okay. Look at this. So pretty. Your arm is in a great position. Oh, I should have filmed this from the other side. Dang it. But your arm is in a great position right there. Nice 90-degree tip, ready to go right in when you're ready. I prefer that. And I like the nice tall stance as well through here. You're pretty evenly balanced forward and back, which is great. If anything, I'd bring this step in maybe like 4 inches. But then again, you're way taller than I am, so take that with a grain of salt. But that starting position is so good. Nice again. Good. Maybe tip a little too high. Okay, there. That's a really good example of what I'm talking about when I'm talking about like the Elydrie jerk back. I know that Kane is scary. I know that he's super scary. But he can't, like, even if he stepped way out to the extent of his full lunge and struck clean in, maybe he could hit you. Maybe. And all you'd have to do would be to lean back just a little bit. So the jerking motion right at the start, not necessary. Don't be afraid. It sets an unnecessary tempo. If you're going to return on a shot, so like if you strike and then bring your hand back, it should be to block, not just to reset unnecessarily. Like I think we all do that. Like I think we all reset our hands like we don't know what to do, come back to center. Don't know what to do, come back to center. And that's fine. But like this motion here, it takes you out of the fight. So like when I'm talking about don't back up, it's also don't back up with your attack. Like if your attack doesn't work, go ahead and give it another attack unless, you're going to die. But if you're returning back to your center point every single strike, you're wasting time, you're wasting tempo, you're wasting energy. If you can stay out there a little bit longer, stab a little further, you might get the kill if you stay present forward in the fight. So try to stay in it. Nice kill. So pretty. See, he's on top again. Kane's sword is on top again. Yep, he's just setting you down. Push it down, push it down, push it down, push it down. And strike up and in. The Arcana, the unmovable wall. Here we go. The half strike that you did, that was almost there. Let's go back a little bit. Slow down. Half speed. Okay. So he's pushing down, push down. I like where the offhand was. Ready to go. If you brought your sword up, that'd be better. Good. I like your offhand on his sword and that your sword is mostly free. Good, run! Run for your life. That is when backing up is required. The offhand is super present. Backup's good. Oh, offhand's so beautiful. I love this fight so much. Good. Good. Now if we could just get your sword free, but I like that your offhand isn't giving up. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. And you're dead. That's okay though. You stayed in that fight so much longer than you normally do. It was great. Your presence was so strong in that fight. I know it doesn't feel like it because you lost, but it was really good. So we're going to watch it all the way again from here. Okay. Good. Offhand. Offhand. Stay with him. Stay in the fight. Good. All right. Okay. This is where it starts to go south. It's when Kane gets his hand involved. All right. That's okay, though, because what you're going to do with your feet is you're going to back up brilliantly. Run, 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 but you kept your sword in the fight. Let me show you. Good. He's pushing you, bam. But look at what your sword does here. It stays because if Kane had come forward, he would have walked right in on it. He has no, his offhand wouldn't catch it in time. He's too far back. And you're backing up just enough, but you're keeping that sword right in. If he had stepped forward, he would have died. And I like that. You did it again right there. It was still in there. Like, he can't come forward. You see how you're fending him off? It's brilliant. Okay. So the hard part is he has full control of your sword. And there's nothing protecting you right now. So he's just biding his time. This would have been a good moment to run. And I wouldn't have run crossways. I would have gone this way. Ugh. Such a good fight, though. Way to stay in. So proud of you. I feel like I'm talking too much. Okay, let's bring that up to tempo again. Okay. Regular speed. See, why did you reset there? I do like that your sword is out of him being able to push you down. I think instinctively you've caught on, but he did it again. Well, Kane's got your number. Push Elydrie's sword to the ground, strike at her face. So mean. Okay. So look at how pretty your arm is. Look at that. That is gorgeous. I love that. Nice, strong, tall, beautiful posture. Super prepped for that forward step and the strike right there. Like, that's your move. Like, if you could have a cleaner classic fencing setup, I don't know. And Kane, right now, he knows that that's your shot. Like, he knows that that's the best thing. It's almost like he's inviting you, kind of, because his sword is down here, and he's going to try to get in right there. These are just things that you can notice, like, from the outset of any given fight. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't strike here. It just means if you're going to strike there, you need to strike. Like, it needs to be a serious strike, and be prepared for him to flick it away with his offhand. And maybe change up the tempo a little bit. Like, look like you're going to go for the strike, get him to move his hand out of the way, and then finish it off. So that's a place where you can play with tempo a little bit. Yeah, see, that's exactly what happened. He bats it away. But you're really too far back for that tease. Nice reset. Again, good setup. That's where, okay, pause back. We're going to go look at some footwork, how footwork could have affected that fight. Did I go far back enough? Yeah. No, go back a little further. Tink, tink. All right. Okay. So close. That strike was so close. We're going to slow that way down and look at it. And play. Don't pull your shot before you land it. That's the key takeaway. Footwork and don't pull your shot. Okay. Again, beautiful setup. Nice L's, straight lines. He's super vulnerable. And pause. Oh, it's so... I know that looks a lot further away, but this, I think it's because of the black. As near as I can tell, your tip is right there. So you're maybe, 3-4 inches away from that nice hip strike? So close. If you had stepped just a little further and supported yourself for that strike, you could have got in. It would make it harder for the retreat, but if you'd landed it, he'd have been legged. So that's an option. So close. You also didn't have to retreat right there. You could have moved your back foot forward and kept going for him, and you wouldn't have had a chance. Nice strike, though. So pretty. Right in the chest. You got some really good kills on Kane. I don't know why you're so scared of him. That was a classic, nice shot. Beautiful. Ugh. So good. I feel like throughout these few fights, your confidence has come up, which is great. Don't go down. Oh, good. Keeping it nice and tall. That's something else you can notice too. I'll go back a little bit and hit play. Look at Kane's. Kane is in that L, but look at where his guard is. So you can see his whole knuckle bow right there. He is already in basically block 3. So he knows that as soon as your strike comes in, he is going to block it out this direction towards the camera. And then his shot after that, his shot is going to go straight in. That's what he's setting himself up for. You can see how strongly he's ready to do just that. So that's another thing you can notice. Nope, now he's changed it. He's going to lay his sword on top like he's been doing this whole time. Try to go for your face again. Nice offhand. Beautiful. It's going to push you. Rude. Oh. The strike, fending him off with the strike was a good move. Yay! Such good presence in the fight. Don't let him. And then those attacks. Good. Good. So good. Let's watch it again. I didn't go back far enough. Fending him off with those strikes. Multiple attacks. 1, 2. Good. He's not prepared for it. Nice. So pretty. Nope, we're going to go back. Sorry. I know I keep jumping around. It's because I want to change the speed before I hit play. Okay. Nice. Fend him off with a strike. He's off balance. Strike again. Still super off balance. He's trying to reset and strike. You're not going to let him. Way to void. That backing up right then was the right move. Kane on the prowl. Looking scary. Strike him now. Strike him now when he steps right there. When he's oh, can I geek out any further? Look at how unbalanced Kane is. I mean, he's never unbalanced hockey feet, but look, he's up in the air. His foot is up in the air. This strike is coming in above his sword. His sword's all the way down. This is a perfect moment to strike. Great extension on you. Could have come a little further, maybe, but I mean, don't overextend, right? But look at that. He's so unbalanced. That was a perfect opportunity to strike. Marvelous. Doesn't work. Again, look at. He's up in the air. You started your strike while his feet were in transition. This is a great strike because his sword is up and away. Can't get him on top. Go underneath. Oh, such good opportunity taking. So good. He's going to try it back. And then look at your step back here and your void that direction with your head, and his sword is just not even going to touch you. And you still, even here, you're ready for him to walk in on your blade. Like, I know that you're panicking. I could hear you when you were in this fight, you were panicking. But look at how well you're fencing. Like, you're like, I'm not giving up, I'm not giving up, I'm not giving up. Right? He misses. He comes again, but you're ready. And he's dead. Look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Brilliant. Oh, brilliant. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. Okay, so that was the end. Okay, so overall thoughts really quick. Stay in the fight. Oh, excuse me. Stay in the fight. Strike all the way. Don't pull your shots before they have a chance to land. And don't retreat with your hand when you don't need to. Like, stay in the fight. When you stay in the fight like that, you win. Oh, that last fight makes me so happy. All right. Really, really well done. If you have any questions, let me know.